Alright, alright, alright. It's you. You know who you are. You're that guy who loves that no mana ability power ranged. And yes, I was waiting just for you. For this whole time. Just so that you would find this. Alright, our core build here, as ability power ranged with no mana, is going to end up being exactly the same as the melee one, but just with a little variation. It's going to be Hextech Gunblade first, with Nashor's Tooth second, and Rabadon's Deathcap third. This is going to make you able to heal yourself with all of your damage that you deal. You're going to get your second best ability power item in the game, with your best cooldown reduction item in the game, and it's going to be your highest DPS item in the game with that unique passive. Basic attacks deal 15 plus 15% of ability power bonus. Alright, and as soon as you get that Rabadon's Deathcap, that's going to make this build just, the thread is going to just pull tight and perfect, and it's going to be just what you're looking for. Alright, now before I get into this build, we're always going to ask you to get your fourth item, your range and your ability power. This is your fourth item on this specific build team. Okay, this is what we're looking for you to get. I know it's going to be tough for you at first, especially if you're not used to playing attack speed with ability power. So if that's the case, don't worry about it. Just get your last three counter items that I'm going to be showing you in these counter pages soon to come. But if you can manage it, okay, instead of your last three items being specific for counter, make it just your last two items specific to counter. Now that you got those first four items, you know, your fifth and your sixth item, use those two to counter. All right, let's check out what we're going to be getting into today. Now, I know it's not really the most advised, the no mana ranged ability power jungle, but here's what I want to say. If that's your thing and you want to do it, I know that you no mana guys are just a breed apart. All right, this is what it would look like on this team. All right, so the first item that we're going to be using here is the attack speed item here, 50% attack speed. I know they're not used to getting attack speed here, but we're really, you're going to be the guy, as soon as we get this attack speed item, I usually get the Chilling Smite version, we're going to be stacking it with Nashor's Tooth. Okay, you're going to get that item second. This one's going to be, those two combined really early, you're going to have a ton of extra damage with just your auto attacks. That way you can really step in and, oof, your 3 ability burst, your level 6 burst, you're going to shred your opponent so much just with those 3-4 auto attacks that you can get out so fast. They're not even knowing what's going to hit them. We're going to end up tying these two items together, of course, with that Hextech Gunblade. That's kind of like our core. You know, we're waiting the whole game just for you to get this item, buddy. Pal, this is you're the one. All right, so this Hextech Gunblade is going to heal us for 15% of all the damage that we deal with our attacks and our spells. So this is going to be super helpful. This is the item that brings everything together. All right, now that you are ranged, all right, we want everyone on this. We really. It's tough to say this. You want to get your cooldown first. So you're the only one who really is going to get that Runeance. You know, we really want everyone on the team to have your, if you can, buy Runeance Hurricane or Ravenous Hydra, buy third item. Do it. So, but it's going to be tough because you won't have any cooldown. So that would be a really advanced version. Just worry about it for now. Your jungle attack speed item with Nashor's Tooth, Hextech Gunblade. Alright, finish off with Runeance Hurricane, Rabadon's Deathcap, and Ginsu's Rageblade. You're going to have a ton of ability power. You're going to have at least 500 ability power when you get those Rabadons. And then a little bit more with that Ginsu's, with a ton of attack speed and a lot of well-rounded damage. And you're going to be able to survive. Oh, just oof. Alright. Let's move into a little bit of different variation. Okay, if you're not used to having that full attack speed ability power, especially with no mana, wait a minute, did I mess this up here? I did mess this up here. Anyways, you don't want to ever have more than 3 attack speed items. That was a little, oops, that's a goof. So the variation would be, let's check out the variation. There we go. Here's a jungle ability power range with no mana variation. Pretty much the same thing, straightforward, really straightforward. This will be your best though. You can consider a few other items for these last items. Anyways, let's move into the final build. So once you get these first 6 items, you're going to end up selling a few items here to achieve your final build. I have a few examples of a final build just because not all the time ending the game with the final build and having Runaan's Hurricane in that final build doesn't work all the time. But it will definitely work. Oof, let me tell you, it's going to work on this team, especially if not just for your survivability, just to keep you alive longer. When you're hitting 3 targets, okay, especially when you have that Nashor's Tooth, before you sell the Nashor's Tooth, that Runaan's Hurricane is really going to keep you alive for a long amount of time. I would even recommend keeping the Nashor's Tooth and getting rid of any one of these items besides. I would recommend for these final builds. Okay, I'm going to go through all of them. I would recommend having Hextech Gunblade, Runaan's Hurricane, and Rabadon's Deathcap is recommended as like the core for your final build, unless you're not going to use Runaan's Hurricane. But if you are, okay, I would recommend keeping Nashor's Tooth and getting rid of maybe Rylai's or Liandry's, okay, and having Nashor's Tooth instead. But here's the 2 different variations of this for you specifically. I know you No Mana guys really like it when it's crazy. So the first build is your core, right? Hextech Gunblade, Runaan's Hurricane, Rabadon's Deathcap, little Spellbinder. Finish it off with Luden's Echo. It's gonna be that. It's gonna have mana on it, but who cares, right? It's a really great item. Gives tons of 20% cooldown. And a nice charged bonus damage with your Liandry's Torment. You could, of course, swap Liandry's Torment and keep that Nashor's Tooth for your 40% cooldown. You could always sell Runaan's Hurricane and get Liandry's Torment instead. Okay, you could always do something like that. So your options are open. I just want to give you, the more knowledge you have, the better you're going to be. Right here, of course, another variation. You could get rid of that Rylai's and just keep the Nashor's Tooth, or you get rid of the, the Spellbinder. That would be tough. Another final build variation. I want to give you, a good amount of stuff here to look at. All right, now let's check out the lane build. So either way that we're going to be doing this, whether you're doing a lane build or a counter build, your final 6 items are going to be this, one of these similar to one of these few final builds here. So let's get into it and check it out. If you're in a lane, you got ability power, your range, you got no mana. All right. We're going to end up doing Hextech Gunblade first. This is your core unique. Oof, this is you. On this team, we're looking for you to get Hextech Gunblade. Go right into Nashor's Tooth. Your DPS is going to be extremely high with this. Tons of cooldown. Okay, and right to Rabadon's Deathcap. That's really going to pull everything through together. Moving through, we're going to get Runaan's Hurricane. You are ranged. We do really want you to get your ranged. If you can get your AoE damage item, okay, your hit 3 targets or more, that multi-target auto attack item, on this team, everyone is getting their multi-target item before the 3rd item. So get that Runaan's Hurricane as fast as you can. It's that's really gonna pump the damage out, especially when you have Rabadon's Hurricane right before it. You're gonna be the fastest person in the game on the team with Rabadon's Deathcap. Finishing off with Spellbinder, that other highest ability power item in the game, and really take him out with that last attack speed item. Ginju's Raid Blade, that's the one. So this is really going to be your most strong in every situation, almost every situation. This is going to be your best go-to build on this team with your allies building this similar build. Now we also have a counter build, right? And don't forget, of course, once we get to these items, we always want to be moving into our final build. We're going to be using this attack speed as fast as possible because it is cheap. It is really just sneaky. It works with this team very well. Before you move into the final build. Alright, now let's check out some counter page. There's not really that many counter pages, but if 3 or more of your opponents do have magic resist, and remember, you don't want to just counter one opponent. You want to make sure you're looking at, it is a team game. Let's check out 3 opponents, right? So, for that, we're going to start out with our core build, Hextech Gunblade and Azor's Tooth, Rabadon's Deathcap. Remember, I asked you before, please get the Runedanc's Hurricane if you can. Push yourself to get any into. Try and get Runedanc's Hurricane and don't buy the boots. But if you can't push yourself, it's your first time playing attack speed with ability power, okay? Just get the core build. All those 3 opponents have magic resist. You see it coming right in. Okay, get those Sorcerer Shoes, get that Oblivion Orb, okay, and finish off with that Void Staff. Those 3 people with magic resist aren't going to know what hit them. Alright, you're going to quickly move right into that 1000 ability power. Perfect end game. Just that final build that works for the whole team here. So we're going to do that real quick, real fast. Take them down nice and early. But if you can, right, get rid of those boots. Buy that Runedanc's Hurricane early. Also, you're going to have movement speed with Runedanc's Hurricane, so movement speed isn't really the deal. And finish off with Oblivion Orb and Void Staff. Alright, let's move on. If 3 or more opponents have Lifesteal, we're going to end up getting that Vernal Namicon as fast as we can. Okay, finish off your core build, because as soon as you get that Rabadon's Deathcap, everything's going to work. Everything's going to just... The gears are going to hit together. Get that Moral Namicon for the Grievous Wounds, which reduces healing on just any opponent for 3 seconds. Finish off with that Runedanc's Hurricane and that Ginsu's Rageblade. Remember, move right into... Wow, do I have the same build for 2 pages? Oh. Sure, yeah, I do. Alright. And then move right into, once you finish doing this, okay, move right into that final build as fast as you can. And of course, for this one as well, same thing, Spellbinders, and, you know, you already have 2 attack speed items. Your attacks aren't the best as a ranged no mana ability power, but sometimes on this team, you know, this build will prioritize over top of buying Spellbinder for your 6th item early. Your 6th item early, sometimes you will prioritize buying that Ginsu's Rageblade versus that Spellbinder. Okay? But definitely, here's the other way. You know, I want to show you, you know, the more knowledge you have about it, the better you're going to win. The better you're going to do, whatever the case. Alright, now let's move into that rune page. This rune page, oof, you know it's crazy. It's always crazy when you're no mana. Ability power, lifesteal, carry. So, let's check it out. I'm not going to be going over this. This is the exact rune page that stacks the statistics of our items. That's why this rune page is recommended. Okay? You're only going to be able to buy your ability power ranged, no mana, champion. There's only one item in the game that can give you viable lifesteal. It's going to be Hextech Gunblade. So because we can only buy one item in the game, having this Legend Bloodline, this rune right here, in the background, this is going to make you very, very, very well-rounded in the game, in all fights, especially on this team. So give this rune page a shot first, okay? See how it works. It might feel wonky at first, okay? Give it maybe 3 or 4 games, alright? If it's not working out for you, give it a few days, alright? And when you come back, bam, you know, everything will start to hit, and the grinds will start, the gears will start grinding properly. Anyways, that's really all there is to this. Good luck, everybody. Hope you guys really like it. And work together. Find out the people to do these builds with you. It's the way to be. Oh, and if you find any great games, post them, comment, send me a link. Alright, thanks guys.